Picking up the TV still.
I'll close the door.
No, it's going to get too fucking hot in here. It's just, I don't give a fuck. Whoa.
Ow.
Loud. Still waiting on some people. There we go. We got one. Oop.
What happened?
Nothing. We're good. All right. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Hit the Mics with Ryan D. I am Ryan D, of course.
And I am Steve Rogers.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. We got 2 people watching the live stream. We appreciate you. Be sure to comment below. Ask us any questions you have. Get involved in the stream. And if you want to chime in, actually, I'll send a link if anybody wants to get on video with us. That'd be fun, too. But
yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? We got we didn't really have a guest this week. We took a week off last week. Steve was out of town.
Yeah.
And my computer took a shit, so we're on some new equipment right now, which is running smooth, and I'm very happy about.
Uh-huh.
And it's a much bigger display. You can't see it on the camera, but it's looking good. I'm happy
it looks nice.
Yeah. So how are you, Steve? How was the trip?
I'm doing all right. Arkansas. Arkansas is Arkansas. I think I texted you guys when I was out there. I'm like, whatever you think Arkansas is like, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
It's the South, and it's hot, and it's humid, and it's country, and there's where I was, I didn't see much diversity. But, it was kind of, when I bought tickets to go out there, it was like months ago, and I thought like, all right, by July, this shit should be calmed down. I'll be all right. No, it's not all right. So we didn't really do much while I was out there.
What do you mean? You mean like the racial tension or like the?
No, I meant like coronavirus.
Okay.
Yeah, like I thought like coronavirus would be calmed down and, we'd be able to go out and do things. But it's not. And I'm like, I'm not just going to throw away that plane ticket money. So I flew with my mask and goggles on, or like lab goggles.
Did you really?
Yeah, I wasn't taking no fucking chances.
Yeah.
Just me stuck in that fucking airplane with these people. And so, yeah, I got out there. I was there from like Wednesday, got back Monday. And like I said, we didn't do much. We were indoors. I was on the couch watching Netflix most of the time. Like I left California to go do the same exact shit in
thing
Arkansas.
You'd be doing at home. That sucks, man.
But I got to hang out with my friend who I haven't seen since, in a couple of years, friend from college. So it was a good trip to see her and hang out with her roommates, Taylor and Bacon.
Bacon. Bacon is that's a real redneck name.
Yeah. Well, they're real redneck people.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because
they're like, what do we like? Bacon, cigarettes.
We were having that BLT the day she was conceived, so go ahead and call her Bacon. Yeah, because she's from Alabama too, so. It's
my goodness.
Yeah, Roll Tide.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. But like I said, man, that humidity is a motherfucker, and things out there are obviously they're different from here.
Right.
Number one, the Ubers.
Yeah.
Because like one of my mornings there, like they were working, and I knew that, so I'm like, I'm gonna be at the house to myself. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go. There's Einstein Bros. I'm gonna go get some bagels, get some breakfast. And so I looked up, it was like 4 miles away. So I pulled up an Uber, and it was $25 to go.
For how many miles? You said
just
it was like
4, just to go there, not
Jesus.
like a round trip. It was 25. I'm like, I'm not paying $50 to go get a.
That's because everyone drunk drives out there.
Probably. They ain't hitting much out there. There ain't
So
much.
I'm gonna make you this drink in these NFL cups in honor of the fact that we don't have any sports this year.
Well, we get baseball and basketball at the end of the month, so that's about it. But other than that, like, yeah, that and then fighting dogs off me because they all got 3 dogs, 3 giant ass dogs that love to.
Wait, Bacon wasn't a dog?
No. No, Bacon was great. Bacon and Taylor, they were all great.
No, I'm sure. I'm just kidding.
But
I mean, she can't be mad. Oh shit, she can't be mad with a name like Bacon for like.
You want to know the craziest part too? Bacon's her middle name.
When she decided to go by that.
Yeah, her name's Elizabeth. But
She could have been Beth.
Yeah, she could have been Liz, Beth. But
First of all, still getting a middle name Bacon is still kind of.
And that's the name you go by.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm Bacon. Like, you know, but let's be real. It was probably not by choice. If, like, you met me and my middle name was Bacon,
yeah,
you're like, fuck
sure.
that. Like, no, I'm calling you
I'll
Bacon.
call you Bacon from now on.
Yeah, and so it would just stick like that. But yeah, and then also, I think I texted you guys this too.
Sorry, I'm making a drink, guys. That's what this noise is.
When I was in there, we were driving around this town, Rogers, Arkansas. The fucking legit Trail of Tears was like a road, and that's like a couple blocks from where she lived. And I was just
I forget what the Trail of Tears
is when like Andrew Jackson basically like this U.S. Supreme Court at the time basically said, "Yo, the Indians, they get this land. This is their land," and Andrew Jackson was like, "Fuck that," and then marched and basically evicted and these Indians off their rightful land and forced them into Oklahoma.
That's right. Okay.
So the Trail of Tears, like, people were dying. It wasn't like a good walk, you know. They were like, all right, everybody pack your stuff. Like, no, you know.
Yeah.
And so like it was that road, and it was just like the Trail of Tears. It was like, holy fuck, man, I'm in here. I'm down here. And then I thought about walking to the store. I'm like, 4 miles, that's a lot. But it was like 100 degrees and like the fucking full humidity. And I stepped outside and I was just like, fucking no, for 2 reasons. Number one, fuck this weather. I understand why people are racist. If I had to live in that fucking shit all the time, I would hate everybody too.
Hate anybody with melanin.
Yeah, like fuck you. Like, why? Because fuck you. Look at this. I'm gonna live through this shit. But then I'm like, oh, I'll just walk.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I'm in the South. I'm not from around here. There's
Yeah,
no other
for
black
sure.
people I've seen in this town. Like, I'm gonna keep my black ass at home. I'll just eat when they get here. But yeah, what was that?
So I'm pouring you a Truly with this chamoy paste,
No.
and I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's like a fucking. Okay, we've been drinking these Trulies because low calories and they get you drunk, and everyone's been coming down on me because like I did talk shit at first. I was uneducated, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I talked like mad shit to like a few of my friends. I'm like, oh God, why don't you drink like a man and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah, right? And now I'm like, I'm into it. I get it.
Yeah. They're
You know, sorry for talking shit.
they're refreshing. You know, they get you drunk. You don't feel as heavy the next day.
No, and you don't get all bloated.
No. But,
And like they get you like they're only 5%. Like they're 5%. 5%'s pretty high for like a for a seltzer or anything with like low calories. You know, gluten free and only 1 gram of sugar. Bro.
Like 2 grams of carbs.
I mean, like when I started to actually take, just like a month ago.
When you tried to start taking care of yourself?
Taking care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was a pretty good idea. Now I'm just like, I just like them.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Same. Fucking same. But yeah, that was another thing out there. I talked to you about the fucking. I'm like, I'm in the South. Let me see what this fucking sweet tea is all about.
Right.
But they go on and on about. Yo, and after having a sip of one, I'm like, I understand why people are so fat here and why they have diabetes. That shit it's fucking syrup. It's syrup. The one I had, it was like fucking syrup. I'm like, how the fuck do you guys drink this all the time? Like, my saliva is getting thicker from that one goddamn sip.
Oh,
like,
we got comments.
Like, I can't finish this cup.
What's your favorite kind of fart?
What?
Go them bums. Oh, Dodgers. Okay. So, my friend Rob, he's random, but anyway. Yeah. What's your favorite kind of fart?
Favorite kind of fart? Those little squeakers, like
I like the ones that
little
come.
quacks.
I like the ones that come from deep into your rectum, like the
Deep guttural fucking
like they
earthquake
sound,
farts.
Like they sound like your asshole is like humming before it.
Just up.
They're like,
Yeah. Gonna be honest, not a fan of chamoy. I don't know.
really? They don't like it?
It just No, I mean it's not bad. It's just not for me. You know.
You're racist.
Mm-hmm.
I really love it. I love it.
Just give it to me how God intended, straight. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for letting that fall. People are gonna think I'm serious.
Anyway, it just reminds me of like the old Mexican candies I used to get when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was never a fan of those either. Like, I just don't like candy with
Well,
like
that
chili.
makes sense. Now I understand. I don't know why you were like. Now I get why
You were
so
excited to get me to try it, so I'm like, yeah,
because
I'll
it was
try
so
it.
good. Like the combination is delicious to me.
Yeah, no, like I just like if it was like tahini, I probably like it more than this. But yeah, it's not for me. I'm gonna drink all of it because you know I don't waste things. But
gotcha. Anyway, but I mean, like, it just kind of sounds like I hate when that happens when you go. I mean, especially right now, it's like you can't really fucking do anything.
Well, that's a problem too because fucking Arkansas never shut shit down. So everything like out there is still open.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not going fucking anywhere with these fucking yokels. Like I'm not.
Oh, was that a thing too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were mask orders in place. People were in masks like indoors and things like that.
They're coming for us right now. Talking too much shit about Arkansas.
Yeah, they heard me made that bad straight joke or that God joke. It's a Catholic league.
We got all the doors open because it's so fucking hot today, and we're outside. And well, my grandparents are a little tentative to have Steve in the house right now because he just came back from the airport. So
like a week ago.
A couple days ago.
Monday.
Or 3 days.
Yeah.
We're just letting you quarantine out here for a minute.
Yeah, like I said, like I went in fully safe, like had my hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes and the goggles on. Didn't really leave the house.
I think you'll be fine, but you know.
Curbside, they're all healthy, and you know. But
quite honestly, it might be cooler in here than it is out
in the room.
It is in my fucking bedroom.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, then I was telling you guys I had the weird fucking like airport experience twice coming there and back, where I paid to get on the plane early so I can get the emergency extra row because I'm tall. And I'm like, let me get in there and sit down. And I went in with my headphones on, and I sat in my seat. And then, like, 3 different people that were getting on the plane, like, stopped me. And they're like, hey, by the way, how tall are you? And it's just like, wait, what?
Why?
I'm 6'3". Oh, that makes sense. Like, my brothers get in. They're, like, 6'4". Like, okay. Like, okay.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and then one guy just started talking to me. Maybe like he's like, "Oh," and took my headphones off. Like, "Oh, what's up?" Because it was a flight attendant. So that maybe I did something wrong, or he has to do the spiel. And then he started telling me about his time in the Air Force, and just like, I didn't. I'm not rude, but I didn't ask. I talked to him and humored him, but it was just like, bro, leave me the fuck alone. I want
There's nothing worse than an unsolicited conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I talked about it. I showed, I had Javi over, and I feel like I'm such a fucking Uncle Rico right now. I've been showing people like my
old skate videos.
My old stand-up videos because I haven't. Well, first of all, Javi's never seen me do stand-up.
Yeah. That's strange.
Yeah.
How long have we all been friends?
He's never gone to any of my shows.
All right. Bad friend.
Yeah. So I showed him the Ice House video. I mean, the Silver Dollar video.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, and there's a bit I have about working in an office and stuff, and then I was talking about, I take pride in all this stuff. A lot of it's very true, you know? So, and I was talking about that. This woman that I used to sit next to, I talk about it in my act about how, sorry, excuse me. She would always come up and talk to me about like her kids and and her deadbeat husband all the time, and like.
Yeah, I've had those.
Bro, and it was
like I just said good morning.
Exactly.
And
it was so weird. Like and she would just I would feel her hovering.
Yeah.
And I'd have my headphones on working, and then I'd turn around like, oh, like
I feel like people like that those are like their only real social interactions they get to have with people because they're at home.
Oh, 100%.
They got a shitty husband, some kids who don't take them for granted. So I'm like, at least I'm at work. I could talk to somebody about this shit, get it out, and it's just like word vomit. It's just
and they love to gossip. They loved gossip and shit. Uncle Rico.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, shut. I don't care. I don't care. Like, please stop talking to me. And then on my way back when I was flying in LA, I had for some reason I had to get my dick touched by TSA.
No basically. Way. Like, what's this?
Basically. Like I went through, I emptied all the shit, and I was wearing my joggers, so no belt, nothing. Pockets are empty, and then I go through the fucking X-ray shit, and then I step out, and then the dude, he was just like, "Do you have stuff in your pockets?" Because I guess it popped up, I think, in my pockets. So I pulled them out. I'm like, no, there's nothing in my pockets. He's like, all right, we got to do a growing check. And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, we got to do a growing check. I'm like, there's nothing in my pockets. He's like, it's standard. So it's like, all right. And he's like, do you want to go to a private room or do you just want to do it right here? I'm like, fucking just do it right here. And so he's like, I'm going to do it with the back of my hand. Like somehow the back of your hand on my dick is any less uncomfortable.
He's like, it's not gay because it was the back of my hand.
Yeah. So basically I had to stand there, like legs spread a little bit, and he had to go up my thigh, like up to my nuts with his fucking hand, and then brush his back of his hand on like down my dick. And it was just like, bro, like what? We got to change some shit.
I've had one of those before. I got one of those at like a concert.
Fuck you.
They pulled me aside and did something like that to me. Yeah. Which was scary because I was actually bringing some shit in. Oh. And they still didn't find it.
Yeah. I was actually planning on like I was thinking about like taking some weed out there because I'm like I've had like Kansas weed when I went out there, it was bad, and I'm like, I know it's probably gotten better, but I'm like, let me just stop at a dispensary, take some weed out there, so they have some good weed. Yeah. And then I was just like, fucking no.
Because do they smoke? Those people.
Yeah. They smoke. Yeah, they smoke a lot. Like I don't really smoke that much, but I'm like,
it would have been nice of you to bring some Cali weed to them, probably.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know you can fly, you could take weed to the airports here, but then I looked it up, and it's just like, yeah, you can. But like TSA is still under federal laws, so if they find it, it's up to their discretion on what happens to you.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, fucking, it might change, but that's just something I just Googled real quick, so I could have been wrong. Yeah. Well, I'm like, I'm not taking that chance.
I know, like Gerardo, your roommate was, he was going like back and forth from Denver.
Yeah, like, because it's recreational is legal in Denver and in California. Yeah. It's not recreational is not legal in Arkansas.
Well, from what I understood, you'd be okay. You'd be okay to leave California.
But I had maybe, but
you couldn't, you know what I mean? Like,
but
when you landed, like.
But they don't check anything. But I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
What if it starts to smell?
Yeah.
And like the baggage handlers, like I don't need that. I don't need that headache.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I lost my. Well, I told you about that. I lost my fucking. I'm pretty sure I got pickpocketed.
Oh, New Orleans. You lost your wallet.
Yeah. And I lost my wallet. And it was the day before we were flying back, so the next day, I went back. Yeah, I went to the airport like a couple hours early because I knew it was going to be a hassle.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got the plane ticket on my phone, but I don't have my wallet. I don't have an ID. And they were like, not even a bank card. I'm like, my wallet.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I got pickpocketed.
And the dude, and they kept asking me stupid questions like that, like, you don't have a school ID. My wallet was stolen. Like, why would? Why would? Like,
I don't know where you keep your school ID or your bank cards. Keep them separate in all different pockets. But like, hey, buddy.
Like, dude, I got nothing. They're like, how about like a piece of mail? I'm like, right, because I carry fucking mail with me when I travel.
Yeah, yeah. God, it's. You would think like, I know we got to be on high alert because 9/11 was bad, but like, yo, something has to like that. It's just like it's easy to go through. I'm telling you, it's easy, it's quick, but it's still a hassle. Like I shouldn't have to get my nuts touched, because I'm trying to go through the airport, and your stupid ass X-ray machine doesn't know the difference between fucking wrinkled empty pockets and
a
like,
wrinkled dick.
Yeah, like. And that's the thing, because I looked at the fucking screen where it showed like the hits, and they were all on my sides. They're all on like where my pockets should be.
Yeah.
Someone's like, "Why you got to touch my dick?" Like, why? Like, it's on the sides. I just opened up. You see, it's not there. Like,
it's just like all this. Like, they have all these. What is it like? Protocol and.
Yo, and dude looked like he was straight out of Deliverance with a TSA uniform on. It was some like fat, bald, white dude with like a shitty beard. And it's just like, man, just get. I'm not going to no back room with you.
I'll
like,
make
just
you
get
squeal
it.
like a pig.
Yeah, it's like just get it over with in front of everybody. Like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, like I thought we talked about this before too. It's like I thought I was gonna get in, not trouble, but I thought like they were gonna give me like a fucking, I don't know, some sort of weird search and stuff. But they did put me in another room.
Yeah.
They pulled me in another room and dumped my bag out. Like, they made me dump everything out, fucking empty out all my pockets, like almost completely unclothed too. Like, and that's when they finally fucking let me through. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's crazy. The problems I've run into sometimes when I've flown, And usually it doesn't take that long, but it's still fucking annoying because you have to put your legal name was on your ID, and my full legal name is, I go by Steve Rogers. Steven is my middle name because my dad's name is Reginald. My full name is Reginald Stephen John Rogers Jr. So on when I buy tickets, I have to put Reginald Rogers on it. But because they're fucking annoying, it doesn't spell out my whole name. So when they look at the ticket, it says Regina Rogers. And they stop and they're like, hold on, like this says Regina. I'm like, no, it's fucking Reginald. Like, just like, come on. You would think if that's like one of the things that has to match your ID to that, you would spell out. You have enough characters to spell out someone's long shitty name. Yeah. But it's like, you don't look like a Regina.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, you're absolutely right.
How tall are you is such a weird fucking like conversation.
By random strangers just walking by. Like, I already got on the airplane.
It's like, that's like someone trying to start an interesting conversation that they think is interesting to you. I think I really don't understand it, because like I took one look at you like when we first met, and I was like, I thought you like 6'4". Yeah. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, my dad's like 6'4".
Yeah. But we had a mutual connection. Like, I was friends with your brother, so we kind of knew each other. So that I would never like walk up to some random stranger just like, yo, how tall are you? How short are you? Like,
no.
Bro, who the fuck are you?
You're
like,
right.
It's just so strange. I don't know what goes through people's heads where it's just like, I'm gonna go talk to that person and ask the most boringest fucking questions in the world. You know?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Does it matter? Like, do you live in, like, yo, that was another thing. Like, one of the guys didn't ask me. He sat in front of me. And so when we landed in Denver, as soon as the plane landed, took the headphones off, put them away. And then the guy turned around and he's like, so where do you live in Oklahoma? And I'm like, I don't live in Oklahoma. And he's like, I'm just visiting a friend here, but I don't want to say she lived in Arkansas, all that. I was just like, no, I'm just here visiting a friend.
Yeah.
And
because you were landing in Tulsa.
Yeah, and then he decided to tell me all about the Indian casinos and how they do craps, because they can't have dice games, so they do it with cards, and how I should bet and play fucking Indian casino.
I'll be honest, that would have been a little interesting to me.
Maybe if we were having a conversation about gambling, but it was just like,
but also,
are you from Tulsa?
Yeah,
no. Let me tell you about the Indian casinos. Like, dude, what?
Look, and I don't fly very much, but like, I've had pretty pleasant experiences actually getting on planes and stuff like that.
Usually I have too.
But like, I hear these horror stories.
Yeah.
And I've had these before, but mostly like maybe like on a bus. Yeah. Or like, what, I don't know, fucking like in line at the DMV or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, anytime you're what?
No, reading.
Go to the
back room.
Go to the back room. Bring out the back door, man.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I brought up right here.
Yeah. Nope. No, thank you,
Mr. D. Rodden.
But yeah, no, I've gotten in a lot just with random people who will just like start talking to me. Yeah. And it's just like when I used to be at work and I'd be on a cigarette break and like some person just walking by just started a conversation with me, and I'm like, bro, I have headphones in. I'm looking down at my feet, not making eye contact with anybody. Like, why do you feel the need to just come talk to me? Doing everything I can to look unapproachable. I know. And you're just, hey, buddy, how's it going? Yeah. Fuck. And hey, how's it going? Because I'm not a dick, so like I'll talk back, but it's still just like, shit, man, leave me alone.
Are you ever like? I get caught off guard all the time when like people say something to me, like when you're like not even paying attention to them at all. Like you're doing something like at the grocery store or something, and they're like, "It's crazy, they don't got anything anymore." Yeah, you're like, huh? Yeah. Like what? Yeah. Yeah.
I remember they did that like a month ago. I was at the grocery store and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy some ice cream, and I was waiting in line. The lines are long because of coronavirus, which are understandable. But I was sitting there and had my little hand cart on the floor, and I was just like standing waiting, minding my own business. And I just hear someone behind me. It's like, I was waiting so long, your ice cream's gonna melt. Like, oh, yeah, 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 cool. Like, I don't know. Where do you want me to go from here? We're gonna become friends now. You're right. You're gonna invite me over to the house for dinner. Like,
it's kind of sad though, because those people probably like,
they're probably super nice and they just want to be friendly.
They're probably super nice, and they're probably fucking. They haven't had their regular interaction in their office and shit. Yeah. And so they're like looking. They're just
that's exactly what it is. They're looking to get that out.
Get that small talk out. You know.
Oh God.
Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah. Like, yeah. it's annoying. But like I said, I'll entertain it and I'll talk with them. But I try to like keep it short. But they just some people just keep going and just can't read social cues. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk to you. I'm just talking to you. So
once I figured out what Asperger's was, I feel like a lot of people have that.
Oh, fell in it. Yeah. Can't read.
Can't read social cues.
Like, you see it like I keep looking at my phone and turning away, but you keep talking to me. Like it means I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not texting anybody. I'm just scrolling through my phone, so maybe you can get the hint.
Because this is going nowhere fast.
Yeah. But, God.
I was hanging with Javi the other night. Javi, our mutual friend. Actually, I was gonna see if I forgot to ask him to come down here today too. But whatever.
Yeah, he's doing something.
We're doing something. I've been helping him. I've been helping him with his podcast. And then afterwards we hung out. And he kept trying to talk to me while I was doing. I was like trying to edit his podcast.
Yeah.
And I kept going, hold on, dude. Like.
Yeah.
Like I'm listening. I gotta fucking do this.
Which is hilarious with Javi because he's the exact opposite when you're trying to talk to him.
Right.
And he looks at his phone and he's not listening at all.
That's why I was like, notice I said hang on because I want to hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just busy right now.
You're just talking to Javi and he just pulls out his phone and like nothing. It's just like you stop talking and it's still silence.
Yeah,
it's just like, well, I guess fuck me then. Oh wait, what? Like
I know. And then when I finally finished and turned around and started talking to him. Yeah. He's on his phone texting.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. But
that's all right. That's just him.
Yeah, but it's a curse, you know.
Well, it's the phone. Some people can't handle.
I just meant the random people that try to make small talk with you that you don't know.
Yeah.
Office stuff I get because we're in an office and you want to small talk, okay, but like I'm in public doing my own thing, and then you as a stranger is like, well, you're tall. How tall are you? Yeah. Like I'm the tallest person in the world. Like I'm 6'3".
You play basketball, huh?
Yeah. You play basketball growing up? No. You play football? Yeah, I play football.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You must have been in this position.
I knew it.
You must have been in this position. No, I played this position. Really? You don't look like you played that. Yeah, I did though. I did. This is great. It was great meeting you and talking with you.
But it's weird because that's like a physical thing, right? Like that's like a physical thing for people to have this like. Because I get like the similar thing with like doing comedy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you comedian? Like,
yeah.
Say something funny.
Yeah. Just like
you must crack people up at the house all the time, or like
So what do you do? Oh, I work for the post office. Where's my letter?
Right.
You got mail for me? Yeah. I'm like, what? What do you do? I'm a data engineer. Yo, crunch these numbers for me. Make me an app right now. Make me an app. I don't believe that you do that.
Yeah.
Like, just like guys. Come on.
It's just people are looking for any like opportunity to grasp onto any conversation.
Well, then learn how to have just like an open conversation.
Well, that's the thing.
With someone.
They've probably grown up not having good conversation.
No, what happens is people like me just humor them and we'll just talk with them because you just don't want to. You don't want to be an asshole.
I'm that
so
way
they
too.
think they can't read the social cues, so they think everything's fine. And we're just like, fucking, I want you.
I know.
Seriously, it was like it happened so much. I would just be like, yo, good morning. And then they would go on their spiel about their shitty life, and I was like, "Bitch, I just said good morning. I didn't ask you to tell me everything that's going on, everything bad going on."
Like that same lady I was talking about, like it's a whole bit in my act, but it's a true story. This fucking lady, like for reals, like would catch me. I mean, she would be the one that would catch me in the break room, like, "Oh, that looks good. Like, who made that? Did your girlfriend make it?" Like, no, I cook at the house.
Yo, but that's why I will eat. I will leave my work. And like drive around the corner and park somewhere and eat in my car, then sit in the break room.
Doing.
What people are like, oh, what do you got today? What are you eating?
Yeah.
Like,
or I started just taking. Well, the thing was, I would take half-hour lunches, so I would just sit and eat.
Yeah.
Or I'd play the system and just like eat real quick in the break room, and then I take an hour lunch.
Yeah.
And then, but this lady, she legit for real, like this came out of her mouth was like, she was talking about my mom when she was going through chemo.
Oh yeah.
And she was like. Yeah, she's like, how's your mom doing? And I was like, oh my god, thanks for asking all this stuff. And then she like looks me in the eyes and just goes, yeah, I just wouldn't know what that's like because I come from a healthy family. like that really happened.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, what?
Why are you the way that you are?
What am I supposed to say to that? Like my
congratulations.
Right.
I don't. Cool, it's like, oh yeah, like, oh dude, I would get these all the time from like old white dudes, and for me it was just like, yo, they were probably super racist back in the day, and they're like talking with me to try to prove they're not racist anymore.
Yeah.
Because this would happen consistently with like old white dudes who would try to have those conversations with me. Somehow it would come up where they would tell me about when they were younger, there was like some black girl in the city or town or high school that they had a really big crush on, but they didn't like pursue anything because of the times they lived in, and it's like a big regret in their life. And it's just like, oh, okay, but it's I've heard that story so many times.
My daddy wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, some shit like that, and it's just like, I'm a stranger, like I don't know you, and you're telling me about some black girl you wanted to fuck back in the '60s. Like, what, you think I'm gonna relate to that? Like, yeah, times changed. I fucked a lot of white girls too. You know, I've never had that problem. Thank you for your service.
You ever seen A Bronx Tale?
Yeah. That was the neighborhood I grew up in. That's what it was like. It's like, yo, okay.
Man.
Like,
well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing me your story of puberty. You know. Now, do you want to talk about solar panels? Because that's what I'm standing here for.
Right.
God, I hated that fucking job.
Yeah. When I worked with Tony selling fucking pest control, I mean, dude, that white privilege is for real. Like, those fucking people were the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. Like that. I mean the customers. At least.
The entitlement.
The entitlement, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like they'd call. I mean, these guys are out in the fucking. I was only in dispatch, right? Like I was like, I was taking phone calls, setting up, doing the scheduling and checking on the routes, setting up routes and shit. And these dudes, the fucking guys that were out there, like, spraying these people's houses and stuff and doing their if they had like, I mean, the point was to get them to sign up for like monthly,
of course,
service or whatever. But like these guys were out there in the fucking sun, like it was like it'd be 100 degrees. They had the full on suits on to take out some bees and shit.
Yeah,
I mean it was like, and then they'd call and be like, "Where's your guy?" Yeah. It's like, I don't know. He's probably got, he's been fucking killing rats for the past half hour. Like,
do you think they're still coming today? Don't be rude. Like, just number one, don't be rude to people.
Why do you have these time frames if they're not even going to come in time? It's like, dude,
bro, you live in Southern California. You know what traffic's like.
Fuck, man.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, I saw a video today where I wanted to punch this old white lady through the phone. Like, it was in California, and I think it happened like this week or last week or whatever. I saw the video today, and it was just like this Mexican dude, Hispanic dude, whatever, like doing yard service. And he's mowing the lawns of an apartment complex.
Okay.
And this fucking old white lady came and like was standing in front of his like riding mower. It was just like, I want to see your papers. Show me your papers. Like, bitch.
Oh my god.
Yo, you're about to lose some toes because I'm doing my job. I'm gonna keep driving.
Who
the fuck are you?
Who are you?
You old white lady.
What are you fucking? Oh
God, like, dude. Yeah. Who? I ain't showing you shit. Like, but it's just things like that. I saw the story was this other white dude. He was telling the story. He worked. He had his own like septic tank, like company, whatever the septic guys do, where they go and drain and things like that. Yeah.
I call them the poop vans.
Yeah, so it was his business, and he got an emergency call at like 2 a.m. Someone's septic tank was overflowing in their house, so a bunch of human sewage just filled this dude's house. So he shows up at 2 a.m, and the other white dude says to him, he's like, "Where did you go wrong in life that you had to show up at 2 a.m. to clean up like shit?" And the guy's like, "You're right, I don't," and turned around and got back in his van and just left.
What an asshole.
Yeah, like, oh, he's coming to help you out in emergency to clean up this stuff. His own business that he owns. You didn't know that, but then you would make some shitty ass comment like that. Like, yeah, turn around. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have to.
Yeah, you're right. You know?
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Like, I don't get that feeling of superiority because, the people have.
He picks up shit.
Well, just any service workers, people in restaurants, fast food, retail. Like, why are you being assholes to these people?
I appreciate those people so much because, like, that's a job that I'll never do. Right?
It's a job I've done, and how much it sucks.
Well, you mean like service industry? Like working sales?
Well, just any kind of service industry where you have to serve people. So that
absolutely.
It's septic tanks. You got to serve.
I mean, like, absolutely. You're right.
But still, septic tank. Like, bro, you have the issue.
I think somebody. There was a podcast I was listening to, and they said I think it was on Your Mom's House. Christina Pajitsky was talking about how. She's like, I think every person should have to work retail.
Oh yeah, at least 2 years. 2 years, minimum.
So that like they understand like how shitty people can be, and the patience you need to have, and some humility,
Yeah, other countries have like a 2-year mandatory military service. No, 2-year mandatory retail or customer service.
Yeah,
then do that, and we'll come out better people, more respectful.
Yeah, totally.
Fucking assholes. Oh God, I hated it.
Yeah. What was your favorite job ever?
Um,
Like, even despite the pay, just the job.
Market stores.
Really?
Because I game the fuck out of them all the time. Like, I would, like, just go and clock in and just, like, go sleep in my car, like, go to the movies, like, go back, show up. And I would I had that, the credit card where I could buy employee stuff. Some of the store I was always at that I would fuck up with. I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna come in. If anyone asks, like, here's my number, call me. And, like, I got you guys' lunch for the week. Like, and I would just go see my car, go do something else. And so I would get a text like, yo, your boss just showed up. I told him you went on lunch. And then just drive back. Like, oh, hey. And so it's just like, fuck, you can't give me a American Express card to, like, buy incentives for fucking people and not expect them to abuse it with the shit pay you're giving me. So it's just like, yo.
That's like the gas cards I got at well, I didn't get them. I stole them from that storage place I was working at. They were incentives for sales. They were like, if people could sign up, people to sign up, you get free gas cards. So they like stopped that promotion, so they had a stack of gas cards that I just kept using.
Yeah, why not? But yeah, no, man, that shit was easy. Like, once I figured that out, because I was at Market Source for a bit, but then when I started noticing, and I was a great employee, but then I kept getting passed up on, like, promotions and shit. And getting excuses. So I was just, like, not getting, like, my gas, not getting my mileage paid. So I'm like, yo, I'm just going to go, turn my location off, clock in, and
that's the deal with those jobs, dude, is like when I was working retail, I mean, I was young, 19 or whatever, but, like, I was like, well, I could do this job, right? Like, I was like, I could see myself being a manager, like, as long as I just, hash it out and fucking keep moving,
But they just feed you bullshit.
And then I kept trying, and it was like they would always hire in new people to like take the position I was trying to get.
Who were just fucking dumb and didn't know what they were doing.
It was and it was like I was already doing, like, manager work.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem because you're an asset now. Because if you get moved up, they're not going to have anybody to fill the job in that you're doing and the work that you put in. So they hire other people to put up, so they keep you there, so they know that's all taken care of. So you're basically a victim of hard work.
Right, exactly.
And like I got hit with that too, so I was like, "Fuck, suck my dick." Like,
it sucked because that was my favorite job was when I worked at the mall. Honestly, like, I really loved the mall, and I loved the store I worked at. Like, the store I worked at was wasn't that big or popular a spot, so, like, it was like, and I worked with all my friends. So
and then it's easy.
It was like, and it was like we worked where it was cool that, like, my friend was my manager, so it was like, we dicked around, but if, like, work were to get done, like, we would get work done, and and so and then he was, like, my assistant manager, and then the manager, she was cool too, and we would all hang out and, like, whatever on weekends and shit, and we even got in trouble for that. I remember, like, the district manager was like, the fact that we were all hanging out, and then we'd hang out with the we used to do beer pong tournaments between Santa Anita and West Covina.
See, that's what I don't understand about jobs where there's, like, you can't be friends and hang out outside of work. And it's like, you put us in a space together for 40 hours a week. You don't think we're going to become friends?
Right.
And
we all were cool, so we would all hang out, so yes, she didn't, our district manager didn't like that. And then so my store manager was trying to get me to take one of the manager positions. So she started training me, so she'd let me do, like, every time I worked with her, I'd close out, I would do all the what the fuck am I, the end of the day, like, numbers and stuff, and and fill out the deposit drop and all that stuff, and it was like I was already doing that, and then they would just so there'd be days where other managers would know that, so they'd be like, oh, just can you do the end of the day cash stuff, like, I gotta do some other shit, and it's like, okay.
Which I don't understand. Like, if you're genuinely friends with people you work with, and you're working with people you generally like, work's gonna get done, and you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have happy employees. I think like when you both know that you need the job, what I mean. Like, and it's not like you know what I mean. Like, it takes one person to kind of fuck it up and be like an asshole, brown noser, and like,
or just think it's a just a goof around thing,
Yeah.
Like, I would fuck around a lot, but, like, I would also still get work done.
We're at work for 8 hours a day. Like, truthfully, we're not doing 8 hours of work.
Right.
And so you know how to get the job done, especially if you've been there for a while. Like, one of my favorite things I used to do is, like, with my fraternity, when we would do, like, our like, nonprofit stuff, where we do, like, adopt a school, and we go to school and we work with the kids and, like, play with them and, like, do recess and read with them, and, like, all little, like, nonprofit, like, I don't know why the words escape me at the moment, but any kind of charity work we would do.
Yeah.
We'd go out there as a team all together, and we would fucking raise money, like food, whatever, for the needy. And we had so much fun because we obviously we're in a fraternity. We all love each other.
Right.
And then we're going out, we're having a good time, doing this work, doing a good thing for like the people in the community. And it was just like, fuck, man, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But like, you stick me in the office with people I don't like, and you tell us we can't hang out afterwards, and we have all these shitty rules of things we have to do. Like, I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. Was like the people I didn't like the most were the ones who partied the most.
Yeah.
Like, like the firm that I worked at. I mean, like they were having parties all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it was like any excuse, you know. But like, it was weird because I always felt like, I'm like, if I get out of hand and I get a little out of control here, like, this is gonna. They're gonna talk about it for years. You know what I mean? Like there was a woman that she was the reason they cut off the open bar at a certain hour.
Oh really? Thanks, Susan.
For the fucking
tighten up. Go puke in the bathroom like an adult. Make sure you clean yourself up before you come back out.
She would and talk shit about her husband, and this was like the company Christmas party. So this is the big shebang, you know. So
no, you can't act out like that.
Every year, man, it was like
that's a rule.
Oh, there it went.
That's the rule, though. Don't get fucked up at the Christmas party. Get fucked up after the Christmas party with like the coworkers you like. Like, where are we taking the after party? That's where you go get fucked up.
Oh yeah.
You can't go and talk shit about like your employers while you're with your employers drinking. Like, come on now.
No, her husband.
Oh, talk shit about her husband. One of my favorite stories about that one, it's kind of similar. I was at a bar once with this old girl, and we're in there, and we were just having some drinks in the bar, just a dive bar, and then all of a sudden I hear this woman from behind me, and she was just like, fuck him, he had a little dick anyway, like he didn't know how to fuck right. And I heard that, and I could tell she was a little drunk, and I looked at my friend, and I'm like, I guarantee, like I'll put money down before this night is over, she's gonna be in the parking lot crying about this same dude.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours later, we're still sitting at the bar. I look over, she's got tissues in her hand, fucking like crying at the bar. And it's just like, time and a place. Time and a place. This false hubris isn't convincing anybody. You know, you might have yourself convinced, you know, but yeah, it's that's not gonna work.
I don't think this is gonna work.
No, looks like you probably gotta go handheld.
I think I might.
Yeah.
It's all right. Freddie Mercury it, guys.
Yeah.
All I need is the mouse right now anyway.
Well, I mean, like you said, time and a place.
Yeah.
Time and a place.
This sucks. We need a better table. Does anybody got a table out there?
Yeah, I saw some tables on IKEA. They're supposed to be desks, but they would work out pretty well for this. I think about probably pick some up this week.
Yeah. This is really annoying.
Yeah. But
only because I can't actually. Whatever.
Yeah. But gotta figure it out.
Anyway, we talked about? I know we talked about it on Humpcast a lot, and we talked about it just hanging out in here and getting drunk. But the whole Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith thing, has everyone talking, and I don't think it's that bad a thing. The way it's been. No,
I don't think it's that bad of a thing either way. Number two, it's not even our business. Fuck what other people do in their own marriage.
They made it everyone's business, sort of.
Well, no, the guy made it. He did an interview and he was talking about his relationship with Jada. But here's the creepy part, though. This guy, his name is August. I guess he's a rapper or something. I don't know nothing about this guy. Right. But this guy was her son Jaden's best friend growing up.
That's weird.
But you like everything that's coming out, everyone's making fun like entanglement and things like that. But nobody has said anything about the age disparity. That you basically watched this little boy grow up, and then you started a sexual relationship with him, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But if Will Smith fucked like Willow's 22-year-old,
something like that, yeah,
22-year-old friend, like bro, people want to end him. You know, it's still gross, dude. It's still fucking gross. How you as an adult, this little boy, you watch this little boy grow up with your kid, and then you start banging him? Yeah. Like that? Like, ugh. Yeah. Ugh, Jada, what are you doing? You fucked Tupac.
That guy's
you
probably...
can do better than that.
She fucked Tupac?
Yeah, her and Tupac had like a little relationship back in the day.
She's bad.
Yeah.
She's fucking hot.
But I guess like I've heard some like online rumors, probably not true, but they're like, oh, it's probably caused because like Will Smith smashed Margot Robbie. And I was just like, wait. What?
Oh yeah. Because there was that.
I know they did a movie together. I didn't know there was an allegation
supposedly like there's been like rumors about like them hooking up, but like
big ups to Will Smith on that one.
Well, those are the big memes that I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Are like pictures of Will
You got
Smith's-
Margot Robbie, and she got the B team with her son's best friend. Like, who's actually winning?
There's like a picture of Will Smith smiling, and it says when you catch your wife cheating before you what was it when you've been cheating the whole time and you catch her cheating or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like something about like she gets caught first.
Yeah. It's it's funny because it reminds me of the show I used to watch. There was an episode where like there was You're the Worst, where the relationship early in the relationship, like dude slept with a celebrity he was interviewing, and then she's like, well, I'm gonna get him back, and then she fucked like her ex-boyfriend, and he was just like, not even the same thing. Like, I won. Like, I fucked a celebrity, you fucked an ex-boyfriend. Like, it's a completely different thing.
Way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, like I said, we talked about it a lot on Humpcast, but I think it's something pretty. I mean, the fact that
They clearly have an open relationship.
or just they knew that this was a thing that was gonna jeopardize their marriage, and they like jumped in front of it, you know.
Yeah, got past it.
And kind of got past it, you know what I mean? Like I mean, look, marriage is fucking hard, and I think like if you're gonna be like committed to somebody for over 10 years, like
probably longer than that. With those two.
Well, they've been together for like 15 years, you know, so like
Well, longer than that. I think both our kids, like Jaden and Willa, they're all in their 20s now.
well then
Yeah, they've been in there for like 25 years.
Fuck, I don't know.
Long time.
But
90s was 25 years ago, bro. We're getting old.
I know, fuck. But you know what I mean? Like that shit's gonna happen. Like no matter who you are, I think, like no matter what, really, like you're gonna get. You're going to like have some sort of temptation, and you're gonna change. Like you can't. You're not gonna be the same fucking person you were in your fucking 20s.
Yeah, you're not the same person when you're 18, 21, 25, 30. You
so if you get married
change.
young, you know, like I don't know. That's why like I'm like when I hit 30, like it doesn't make sense to me anymore to be married in your 20s anymore. Like to me,
everyone I've known who's gotten married early 20s are all divorced now.
Yeah. All divorced or separated or in some sort of fucked up like
like the new girl I'm talking to, she's 31 and she was married before, and it's just like I know
a couple people that and it's like it makes more sense to marry in your 30s 40s right, because that's basically at that point you have your career choice, you have your or you're
just a maturity level,
you know
what you really want,
and you're and you know who you are at that point.
It more solidifies once you get in your 30s, like what I want, what I'll put up with, who I want to be with, instead of when you're 21, 20, 19, that age, you're just like happy that someone's there. This is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but also like I was talking about with Garrett and Ricky. Those two are a little, the different cases, I guess. Like Ricky's got it. Fuck, like
some people can make it work.
Big ups to Ricky. Like fuck, like he made it. He did the the 80s fucking rom-com thing where he met somebody in high school and they're married and they're happily married and they're still making it work.
And they don't have any kids too.
And they don't have any kids.
So it's working. It's not like, oh shit, she got pregnant, I gotta make this right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
they got married on just the fact that they wanted to be together.
Yeah, which is beautiful.
Yeah. And as we're talking about this, and as like Garrett and I talking about the types of partners we want and like and we should have or whatever, as we're doing this, Justine, Ricky's wife, walks in and hands him a full beer, takes his empty glass, and we're like, "See, what the fuck, dude?" And he's like, "I don't know, man. Made it good, I guess.
Yeah,
made a good decision.
You hit the lottery early, lucky motherfucker."
Yeah. And he's like, "I didn't even ask her to do that." And he's like, "What did I say?" I was like, she's not. I'm like, she's been sitting there the whole time on the other side of the camera, just like rubbing his feet or something like that. And then he's like, no. He's like, "Would be nice though."
Yeah.
and then it's like, no, not even. I'm like, she's probably giving him a blowjob this whole time, like.
Probably. Like, you go have fun with your friends.
God. That's the life.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
We got 10 minutes.
All right, what else is going on? What else happened this week? I went to Arkansas.
Really.
We did that.
Nothing really, dude. I've been
a lazy piece of shit since I've gotten back.
Such a lazy fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, everything's shut down again, and I was like really looking forward to going back to the gym and getting back in routine, and all that's just shot now.
Yeah. So maybe February 2021 we can actually maybe go to a dive bar and have a decent night. But you know, the way people are still arguing about these masks, I doubt it. Maybe summer next year we can actually do stuff.
But like, it's just so fucking frustrating that we don't have
Why isn't it just in order? Put the goddamn mask mandate in order. You're outside in public without a mask on, it's a fine.
Yeah, I mean, why
That's
not?
it. Put it into place.
Why not? I
mean,
mean,
because these people aren't fucking adults and have no empathy. They don't care about anybody else.
It's obvious the people who are doing that and breaking the rules are the ones who are getting other people sick, right? Like,
I don't know. I don't have the data on that, but fuck it. Probably.
But I don't know. It's like, fuck.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Stop having these shitty big parties. Wear masks when you go to the fucking store. Whatever. It's 20 minutes at most. If you're running to the grocery store, if you're going to pay for gas, put a goddamn mask on. People are acting like people are saying like you have to wear a mask 24/7. No, we're out in public. How long are you actually in the store with the way things are now? Not that long. Yeah. Maybe at most an hour you have to have a mask on. I had a mask on for like 6-7 hours.
Have you seen that lady in North Hollywood?
Or the Trader Joe's?
I have a breathing disorder.
If you have a breathing disorder, what are you doing outside, bitch? Like, you should definitely be at home. If you have a breathing disorder, like, yo,
I have a breathing disorder.
This
like,
coronavirus fucks with your lungs. No, you don't.
Yeah.
I have asthma. I can't wear it. Stay your ass at home then. You know, we like to say like, oh, if you don't like it, leave. If you don't like it, stay just stay at home. Just stay at home. It's not. It's tyranny. The government is trying to take away my constitutional rights. What rights does it say? What?
Right. It's I don't know, man. And like, part of me gets it. Like, I understand. I get why you're frustrated. Like,
yeah, we all are.
We're all yeah, exactly. And that's where I always end up falling back on. I'm like, okay, I can't complain too much because everyone's going through the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but no, this is why you can't complain. We're all going through the same thing. We all know what we have to do to make sure this thing ends. But it's kind of like if remember in your classroom, there was that one badass kid that wouldn't shut the fuck up and it kept getting added on time of what you had to do. That's what's happening right now. Like, if you shut the fuck up, like, we still wouldn't be here. But you keep talking. It's like, right. God, just shut the fuck up. We could have been out of here 20 minutes ago. Yeah. And that's what's happening with these fucking people.
Or the kid that kept asking questions when it was like, okay, if there's no questions, it's time to go. And then people kept asking, the guys
dumbass questions.
Kept asking stupid questions.
Bro.
No, shut the fuck up. We're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. So that's what's happening right now. Yeah. That's the way I look at it. So it's like, stop being selfish. Shut the fuck up and just stay. Look, man, we should have been done. Like, as long as we've been on this little stay-at-home bullshit, like, we should have been done. But people didn't want to wear masks. People didn't want to stop going out. People didn't want to start doing this. And it's just like, yo, stop. You're the bad kids in class now. You know? You're the one that was acting up with the substitute. Now I got to write fucking lines. You know? I didn't do anything wrong. I did what I was supposed to do. But you fucks. Now I'm out here doing all this bullshit.
Well, I was that kid sometimes.
Yeah, and I hated you when I was there. I remember once I went to a football camp that happened. Like, I went to a football camp in high school at Fresno State, and we had lights out at like 8. Mm-hmm. And I remember me and all the guys in my room, 8 o'clock, we're in bed. And then all of a sudden, like, we hear people in the hallways, like, you fucking idiots, whatever. And then one of the guys from my high school came and knocked on my dorm. And he's like, hey, I thought it was lights out at 8 o'clock. We're like, yeah, that's why we're in bed. Yeah. He's like, but everybody else is up. I'm like, so go to fuck to bed. Like, they told us lights out. And then guess who had to run hills the next day? Everyone. Because on my floor, that's what people were being assholes. My God. So not even like individual room. The whole floor. And we're just like, bro, like, we were in bed. Like, why are we getting punished for you fucks? And so, yeah. So I have no sympathy.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Fuck them.
Well, fuck them.
Fuck them. Wear your goddamn mask, you fucking children.
Well, fuck it. I guess we'll just wrap it there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this was a good replacement for last week's empty episode. We are back on iTunes now, though.
There we go.
That's a good thing. Officially back on iTunes. Still got the Patreon up if you want to go and
please give us some money. We just got a green screen, and we got a
green screen. We got some great ideas.
We got a internet show we're cooking up that we're gonna start doing.
I think we might start doing that pretty soon. I'm excited about that. Next week we'll definitely have a guest set up. I'm thinking we'll just we'll continue to keep the garage set up the way it is.
Yeah.
That way my room can actually be its room again.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's been a little frustrating having to move everything around all the time, and then this new computer I got is pretty goddamn bulky too. So it's not like I can just move it and move it back. I should have got a MacBook maybe, but
no, this works.
I like this. Like I like this though. I like having the big screen. It's 27 inches. It's
compared to your old MacBook and even the iMac you had before.
That one was I think 20
No, the one you had before was way smaller than this.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like 21, I think. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
that big. Yeah. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Robert.
Robert and Donna and David.
And D. Rotten and Donna. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. We'll be back next week. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Good night. I gotta pee like a motherfucker.
Famcast Media.